Hello, it's Mama Rue. It's been a minute. There was just cleansing, clearing work that I had to go through personally to come back in a space ready to give. So I'm coming out of my mini hermit mode. I call it mini because previous ones have lasted years. And I'm back. So I wanted to get on here today specifically and talk about the Libra full moon. That just happened yesterday on Saturday. It happened around 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it's definitely, if you haven't noticed, a very spicy moon. Okay, honey. There's some aspects going on that are making it spicier than normal, that are adding to maybe the bit of passion, anger, chaos, drama that seems to be swirling maybe within your personal life and definitely in the world around us. So I wrote a little something. I'm going to read it from here. And then this is my blurb on the Libra full moon. And then I will get into the horoscopes. Okay. So let's see. Full moons are typically thought of as a time to release. But the way I come to understand oppositions in astrology, it is a time to bring greater balance into your life. So oppositions is just like a scale, one side here, one side there. And it's not about the oppositions being, it's not really about the opposing forces. It's about bringing balance because they're both have their way of weighing in, right? So during the full moon, the sun is opposite the moon. And so that's why I sort of want to reframe this thinking. It's not about releasing so much, it's more about how do I bring balance into these two areas of my life? Where are they lacking? Where are they imbalanced? And most times it's referring to the portion that the moon is in. And most times that is imbalanced because our society does not necessarily honor the work that the moon highlights. Okay. So during this full moon in Libra, that becomes exact at 2:48 p.m. Eastern Standard, the moon will be opposed by the sun and Venus in the sign of Aries. The planet Venus in the sign of Aries is more of a fighter than a lover. They become impassioned by the energy of the fight to the point where they can lose sight of the intention or why they even started the fight or what they're even fighting for. But with the support of the sun in Aries, Venus is empowered by not having to fight alone. Teammates, the sun brings strength, wisdom, and the will to overcome the impassioned battle of Venus. Okay, so this is very strong energy. Okay, the Venus and the sun coming together in Aries. The sun is living its life in Aries. Okay, it's loving the longer days, it's hanging out more, it's bringing the heat, it's providing joy and nourishment to people. And the sun is like this energy that just likes to see everyone out and enjoying it. You know what I mean? So the sun is in a great place, but Venus is like, whew, it's too hot. Okay, it's too hot for love. Okay, don't touch me. And if it's not too hot for love, it's so hot that I'm about to get pissed off because I'm not comfortable and things are not flowing as I would like. I believe I don't want to get into the astrology too much and misquote myself. So, but the Venus is not happy here. It's the opposite of Venus's home in Libra. Um, So, but Libra, the full moon, so it has that tension. It has just enough tension to change, to push things over the edge. Like, so the will is strong during this time. That's what I want to say. The will is strong. Your will is strong, but also other people's wills are strong. So be mindful of the community you're keeping at this time, especially regarding your religious and educational communities. The chart for this full moon in Libra hits the third and ninth houses. So we're seeing Libra in the third house. So we want to communicate, we want to make sure that we understand things before we get really passionate about something and begin to destroy without knowing everything. So bring balance into your third house of communication. Bring balance by having the difficult conversations, talking about things that you would rather ignore. Um, Secrets coming out, like truths coming out, like you can't stop the truth, okay? No matter how hard our society tries. So you see the truth, you understand the truth, now have the hard conversations or don't. And just know that they're really lying and you know the truth at this point and it's ready to move on. But this is in your spiritual and educational communities. So these are really foundational communities within your world. And it might not be like you need to give up, your religion altogether, but you might want to find another house of worship. You might want to find another group within the your church community to connect with and become involved with. You might need to switch schools at this time. That school might not be giving you enough fuel for your fire. Like you're upset about things and your school is acting as if they're just trying to ignore all the change that is going on and how foundational it is to education. So there's just many different shifts that are happening, but it first starts with this idea of the knowledge, of the knowing, of finally understanding and seeing the full picture, the bigger picture, um, to know like what needs to be said, how to understand really how you've been feeling about this, to understand where your fight needs to be. Okay. So let's see. I only have a few more minutes. So let me get through. Um, let's see. The moon and Libra opposing this dynamic duo offers an opportunity to make sure that the empathy, forethought, and justice are embedded into this fight. This full moon in Libra puts a spotlight on the needs of those who are in need of justice. In our personal journeys, it highlights how we personally suppress our own needs, thoughts, and feelings as we pursue the things we feel passionate and deserving of. So just because you're doing your passion, you're doing your life's work, doesn't mean that you can ignore everything else. Like there needs to be boundaries. It needs to be built a certain way. It needs to be have uh what is the word that I'm thinking of? It needs a mission statement. Like this is what this Libra full moon, that's like a great word to capture it. Like a mission statement is needed at this time. And if you don't know where your passion is going or is driving, you need to create your own mission statement so that you stay focused on the fight. Now, I'm definitely giving this advice to myself. Oh, the world. Okay. I only have a minute. So I'm going to just post this whole thing, including the horoscopes in the information box. Okay. So you guys be easy. This full moon in Libra, it's not easy. It's actually really intense. But yeah, that mission statement. Keep swirling that in your minds. I'm gonna definitely keep swirling it in my mind. Okay. Peace. Until I see y'all again, please take care of yourselves, yourself first.